Welcome to the Test Management Mindset, insights into the world of software testing. The best content by PractiTest in audio form, designed to keep you inspired wherever you are. In today's episode, we're on the topic of leveraging AI in test management. Software testing today involves much more than just catching bugs. With the power of innovative technologies, you can transform your testing process to be faster and smarter, empowering you to deliver exceptional results. Today, we'll guide you through the practical ways AI can help you write better tests, make smarter decisions, and embrace the future of QA with confidence. Let's get started.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're taking a really fascinating journey into the world of quality assurance and test management.
Yes, specifically looking at how artificial intelligence, AI, is set to reshape the entire landscape.
Exactly. And our guide for this is a really insightful YouTube video. It's called The Future of QA, Leveraging AI in Test Management by PractiTest.
And helping us unpack all this, we've got insights from Joel. He's got over 25 years in testing, started as an intern, now co-founder and chief product officer at PractiTest, so tons of experience.
Right, across all sorts of companies, really understanding the challenges testers face day to day. It makes him kind of the perfect guide for this.
Definitely.
So for you listening in, maybe you're planning your next project, maybe just trying to keep up with tech, or you're just curious. Our goal today is pretty simple.
We want to give you a clear, hopefully engaging, and jargon-light look at the big shifts happening in QA because of AI.
Yeah, we're trying to cut through the buzzwords, focus on what really matters for you to stay informed, maybe even get a bit of a leading edge.
Okay, so where do we start?
Well, let's kick things off with something Joel mentioned right away, this common idea that AI is, like, brand new.
Ah, yes. The perception versus reality. It feels recent, but Joel rightly points out it has a much longer history.
It really does. Some of the examples are surprising.
Like the first computer-based AI self-driving car, Mercedes-Benz, way back in 1986.
1986. It's kind of wild to think about. That groundwork was laid decades ago. What do you think that long history tells us about applying it now to something like QA?
Well, it suggests it's an evolution, not a revolution, right? That Mercedes car, it was groundbreaking, sure, but probably pretty limited.
Yeah, highlights the complexity.
Exactly. So integrating AI into something nuanced like testing, it's going to have its own learning curve, even with today's tech.
And then Joel brings up Deep Blue beating Gary Kasparov, 1997.
Right, that was a huge moment. Not just chess, it showed raw computational power. AI could process, strategize differently.
How does that kind of power translate to, say, software testing today?
Well, think about analyzing massive test result logs or finding patterns in bug reports that a human might just miss because of the sheer volume. That's where that power helps.
Makes sense.
But now it's not just brute force. It's about learning, adapting. And Joel had a simpler example too, didn't he?
Yeah, the eyeball toy.
Yeah.
Early 2000s. Basic AI, simple voice commands.
Almost quaint now, maybe.
Yeah.
But it was AI creeping into consumer goods. What do those early, simpler things tell us?
It's like they were teaching us, bit by bit, how to interact with AI. Now it's just much more sophisticated.
Like the Roomba.
Oh yeah, the Roomba. Mapping your house, learning routines. That's AI just quietly doing its thing, making life easier.
Exactly. Which perfectly underlines Joel's point. AI isn't some sudden leap. It's been unfolding gradually.
And that leads nicely into his next big point. AI is already, well, everywhere.
It really is. We're using it constantly, often without even realizing it.
Totally. Think about language tools like ChatGPT helping draft emails or just, making writing smoother.
Or AI note takers in Zoom, transcribing meetings, like a tireless assistant.
Yeah, saves so much time. And Google search, that's all AI anticipating what we need.
Those algorithms are constantly learning, refining. It's pure AI in action.
Then you've got Amazon recommendations. Sometimes scarily accurate.
Based on everything you've looked at or bought.
Face recognition on our phones.
Yep.
Smart, complete in browsers. Navigation apps like Waze or Google Maps. Dodging traffic.
Netflix suggestions for your next binge watch. The list just goes on and on.
So what's the common thread here? What's the point Joel's making?
I think it's that fundamentally a lot of this AI is about making life easier, more efficient, giving us that leading edge he talks about, suggestions, assistance, anticipating needs.
Okay, so building on that idea of making things easier, Joel then shifts focus to software development.
Right. It's saying developers were kind of the early adopters in that more specialized world.
Yeah, absolutely. Tools like GitHub Copilot or AWS Q Developer, they're like AI coding partners.
suggesting code, helping write things faster. It's like having a super knowledgeable pair programmer on tap.
And he mentioned AI generating unit tests automatically.
Yeah, which is interesting. He clarifies it's not doing the super complex, nuanced stuff, but it boosts overall coverage.
Right, increases stability at that foundational level.
Right.
Takes away some routine work.
He used that biology analogy, didn't he? Like generating an initial genome sequence.
Yeah, AI gives you the starting point, the initial blocks, but then the human expert, the scientist or the developer needs to refine it, check it.
Exactly. It's not the final product, but a massive head start.
And AI is also helping with static code analysis, finding potential bugs without running the code.
Yes, and just generally pinpointing issues earlier.
Yeah.
Joel even mentioned using ChatGPT to help his daughter with her coding homework.
That's a great relatable example. Shows how it can spot potential flaws.
And beyond just finding bugs, it's helping optimize and refactor code too, making it cleaner, more efficient, easier to maintain long term.
So yeah, it's clear AI is already making a real difference in how software actually gets built.
Okay, which naturally brings us to the big question for, I think, many listening.
Yeah.
How is AI impacting testing right now? And maybe more importantly, where's it going beyond just automation?
Right, and this is where Joel says things get really interesting. He explained that historically AI in testing was mostly about automation.
Yeah, partly because automation tools used to be so expensive to license, So that was the obvious place to look for efficiency gains.
Makes sense. And he does acknowledge the benefits AI brought there. More robust tests, less likely to break.
Definitely. Better reliability, faster execution, visual testing improvements, cross-browser stuff.
And that self-healing idea.
Right, like autocorrect for tests. If a button moves a bit, the AI might figure it out. These are all good steps.
But Joel's point is, the real game changer is what's happening now, beyond just automating clicks and checks.
Exactly. This new wave of applications, let's dig into those.
Okay, first up, AI-powered test case generation.
Yeah, imagine AI looking at user stories, requirements docs, even existing tests, and then suggesting manual test steps.
That sounds incredibly useful.
Joel mentioned PractiTest is already doing something like this, and the key is it's not about replacing the tester. It's about giving them a significant head start.
Like an intelligent brainstorming partner, helping you think through scenarios, making sure you don't miss things, especially if you're new to a feature.
Precisely. And another valuable area is using AI to improve existing test cases.
How so?
Making the language clearer, spotting mistakes, standardizing the tone, maybe even shortening steps that are too wordy.
Oh, that's huge, especially for teams with different language backgrounds. Clear, consistent tests are vital.
Absolutely. And then he introduced this concept, the value score. What did you make of that?
It sounds really intriguing. The idea isn't to grade the test, right?
Yeah.
But more like assess its importance.
Yeah, exactly. It's a dynamic metric to help teams figure out which tests in their often huge suite are actually the most valuable. Kind of like a health score for your tests.
So a test that finds bugs often, or is run frequently, or tests its critical feature,
Yeah,
it gets a higher score.
pretty much. The system looks at factors like, bug detection history, criticality of the feature, maybe how often it needs updating, things like that.
So it's a data-driven way to know which tests give the best bang for your buck, essentially. Sounds super helpful for optimizing test cycles, especially under pressure.
Exactly. Helps prioritize effort, makes smarter decisions about what really needs to run.
Okay, so that's kind of now. What about looking ahead? The future of AI in test management. Joel outlined some really cool stuff coming down the pike.
Oh yeah, this is exciting. We can expect more intelligent suggestions built right into the tools.
Like what?
Like AI analyzing past runs and requirements to suggest extra test steps you might need, or even automatically building regression suites based on implemented user stories. Streamlining test planning, basically.
Well, that would save a lot of manual effort.
Yeah.
What about bug reporting? That's always a critical area.
Huge potential there. AI helping create clearer, more structured bug reports. Imagine it automatically adding the OS browser build number.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
And maybe even suggesting potential duplicates as you type the description. That improves communication, reduces triage time. A big win.
Definitely helps that developer-tester collaboration. What else is coming?
Smarter test data generation, though. Joel mentioned partners are working hard on that. Intelligent data visualization, too.
Heating.
AI suggesting the right graphs and charts to show stakeholders based on the test results, making data easier to understand.
Turning raw numbers into actual insights, that's valuable.
And it keeps going. Trend analysis on bug data, finding patterns, risk analysis on user stories, predicting potential bug counts or testing time.
Predicting bug counts. That sounds like a crystal ball.
Well, maybe not quite. But using historical data to make educated guesses, also assisted automation script creation, generating basic code from manual tests.
Getting you started on automation faster.
Yeah. And then autonomous test execution, leveraging those self-healing scripts for more efficient runs.
It really sounds like AI is going to touch, well, almost every part of the testing lifecycle.
It does seem that way. But, and this is crucial, Joel really stressed something important amidst all this tech talk.
What's that?
That AI is here to augment testers, to free them up for higher level, more strategic work.
That's such a key point. Because the fear is always about replacement.
Right.
Jobs being lost.
Right. But Joel argues strongly against that. He highlights things humans do that AI, well, just can't, at least not now.
Like understanding the big picture.
Exactly. Connecting dots between different teams, support, sales, customer success to grasp the real-world impact of a bug. AI doesn't have that context.
And that human intuition for finding weird, unexpected stuff. Exploratory testing.
Yeah, AI follows paths. Humans go off script, notice anomalies, that's still vital.
And making those tough release decisions.
Yeah.
Based on risk, nuance.
Still needs human judgment. AI provides data, analysis, but the decision, defining a showstopper that's complex, requires holistic understanding.
And learning from mistakes in that truly human, adaptive way.
AI doesn't quite do that yet. We reflect, adjust, bring critical thinking that's beyond algorithms.
So the message is, AI handles the routine checks, the verifications.
Allowing humans to focus on the real testing, the critical thinking, the exploration, the stuff that ensures genuine quality.
Okay, so for you, our listener, this sounds maybe promising, maybe a bit daunting.
Yeah.
How do you actually prepare for this AI-driven future? Joel had some practical advice.
Yeah, first off, adopt a proactive mindset. View AI like any other tool you need to learn. Like test automation was years ago.
Don't be intimidated. See it as an opportunity to upskill.
Exactly. And he gave concrete examples like start using ChatGPT or similar tools now to analyze user stories. Look for gaps, ambiguities.
That's something anyone can do today.
Absolutely. Also, research how to test AI systems themselves. The principles are similar scenarios, expected results, but the approach needs adapting.
And keep honing those critical thinking skills.
Definitely. That's the human edge AI can't replicate. That becomes even more valuable as AI handles routine tasks.
Think about how you can use AI results to provide more value. Better insights, better communication.
Yeah, and explore the tools. If you have access to things like PractiTest or other AI-powered platforms, get hands-on experience.
So the bottom line from Joel is really adapt. It's not just beneficial, it's pretty crucial to stay relevant.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up. To summarize our deep dive today, AI in QA is moving way beyond basic automation.
Yeah, into test management, generation, prioritization, analysis. It's becoming a much more integrated assistant.
And it's a powerful tool set designed to work with testers, enhance their capabilities, not replace them.
Right. And for you, the listener, this shift is actually a big opportunity, a chance to upskill, focus on higher value work.
And become even more effective, more indispensable in the whole QA process, gaining that leading edge. Which leaves us with a final thought, maybe something for you to ponder. As AI takes over more of the routine QA tasks, how will our actual definition of quality change?
That's interesting.
And what new skills, beyond the technical, will become absolutely essential for ensuring truly great software in this evolving landscape? Something to think about as you explore this future.